The stock market's up in arms about the success of the semiconductor business, of artificial intelligence and how it's going to change the world. And as a result, NVIDIA is, over the last year, up 221%, and year to date, up 80%. They take these chips they make. Wait a second, they don't make any chips. They design chips. It's that second company, Taiwan Semiconductor, that's up 51% over the last year and 34% already year to date in the first quarter. And they are a $623 billion company who is making the chip for the $2 trillion company and then turning around and selling those chips when they get them made, and every one that they can make, to companies like Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Apple and Meta, and they're waiting in line to get the chips. There's so much demand for chips right now that the chip industry is going crazy. Oh, no, it's not. Qualcomm is probably our second largest manufacturer or foundry of chips. In fact, they're probably the largest foundry of chips in the United States. They're a $191 billion company. Over the last year, they're up 36% and up 17% year to date. Then we drop down to Intel, who's a $189 billion company. They're up 32% over the year, but down 13% this year. And then you have the next largest, which is NXP Semiconductors. That's a $63.1 billion company. You've probably never heard of them, but they manufacture. They are a foundry. They're up 32% for the year, up 4.5% for the year to date. And then you drop to ON Semiconductor. ON is a $31 billion company, down 12% for the year, down 15% year to date. Wait a second. I thought semiconductors were doing no. Let's go further. Then you have Global Foundry. That's a 28.8. They're a chip maker, just like Taiwan Semiconductor, but they're down 27% over the last year and 15% year to date. And then you have Amcor. They're a $7.8 billion company. I'm sure you've never heard of them. They're up 19% for the year, down 7% year to date. And then we come across this one. This is Skywater. They're a $479 million company, down 15% over the year, down up 1% year to date. What the heck are they? Well, they are, let's see, they are from Intel, they're something in the neighborhood of, I don't know, a fraction of the size. From Semiconductor, maybe a thousandth of the size. But that's where the opportunity lies. That's what I think. Because what I'm looking at is a country that is waking up. They know that NVIDIA is going to explode, and they're going to make all the semiconductors for this artificial intelligence thing that is taking over the world. But who's making the semiconductors for our military complex? I certainly hope they're made here in the United States and not made in Taiwan or South Korea. Well, yeah, they are. That's what Skywater does. They're a company up in Bloomington, Minnesota, and adding to their plant down in Florida, and they're making, their biggest customer is the United States Defense Department. And now they're working with United States medical companies to develop the semiconductors that is going to lead us into the medical revolution. Wait a second, they're only less than a $500 million company. And yet they're on the list for the CHIP Act. Well, that would make sense. We need to get those chips made here in the United States, not in Taiwan, particularly for our military and our manufacturing. We can't depend on other people. What's going to happen? Why hasn't somebody bought them? That's a real possibility. A $9 stock. Back in September of 2021, it was a $30 stock. And it's just a $9 stock now? That's interesting. It's not data and it's not gold, but it's semiconductors, and it's in the United States, and they are a $500 million company in the makings and in the world of $2 trillion companies. Would that be something? I wonder if that's be something NVIDIA would want to get into. Or do you think it might be something that Google or Apple or that's interesting. You tell me they have foundries in Bloomington, Minnesota, and they're expanding right now their foundry in Florida. I think I've discovered a buyout possibility. Let's take a little deeper look into Skywater Technology from Bloomington, Minnesota, selling for $9 a share. We might need to own some of that. What do you think?